There was something in the air, quiet but undeniable, like static before a storm, a hum beneath everything. I couldn't name it at first, couldn't tell when the shift happened, but I felt it. And I tried for a while not to. He was my husband's son. Kind, polite, a good man. That was all he had ever been to me, until he wasn't. It wasn't anything dramatic, just subtle changes. The way he moved when I entered the room, the way his gaze held longer than it used to. It was quiet at first, easy to brush off, but then it became harder to ignore. My chest fluttered when I heard his laugh, when his hand brushed mine as he passed a dish or reached past me in the kitchen. Casual things, but never meaningless. I hated that I noticed. Worse, I hated that I looked forward to those fleeting touches, that I began listening for the sound of his steps, that I'd scan the room without realizing it, hoping to catch his eyes. There was always an edge to our moments, something unspoken, charged. It made me feel alive and ashamed. One evening, the three of us were in the living room. My husband read quietly in his armchair while his son sat beside me on the couch. We weren't touching, not really, but his presence next to me felt like a weight. I could sense the heat of him, hear the rhythm of his breath, and I knew, with certainty, that I wasn't imagining it anymore. I kept my hands clasped tightly in my lap. I didn't trust myself. Because when I looked at him now, I didn't see a boy, I saw a man. One who looked at me like he saw something too. When he glanced at me, thinking I wouldn't notice, I caught it every time. His gaze didn't drift. It waited, and then he said it. "Sorry, Mum." Quiet. Almost a whisper. That word, so ordinary, suddenly meant something else entirely. It didn't sound respectful. It didn't sound innocent. It felt layered, as if it held a secret in its mouth. I answered without thinking. "It's okay." But it wasn't. Not really. Nothing about this was simple anymore. A few days later, my husband left on a business trip. The house felt too big, too still. It was just the two of us now. I kept busy, cleaning, organizing, trying to shut out the quiet. But he was always near, moving through rooms softly, watching, waiting, testing boundaries I hadn't redrawn yet. That evening, I was in the kitchen, halfway through chopping vegetables, when I felt him behind me, not just standing, looming. He didn't speak right away. He didn't have to. His nearness said enough. "Need help?" His voice was soft, deliberate. I smiled, but it didn't reach my eyes. "I've got it." Still, he didn't leave. He stayed there, close enough for me to feel his breath when he exhaled. Then he reached out, his fingers brushing the bare skin of my arm. He didn't speak, just held my gaze. And for one long moment, I didn't step away.
That night, I sat in the dim glow of the living room, thoughts storming through my mind. Every glance, every moment replayed on a loop. I should have drawn a line. I should have walked away, but I hadn't. I didn't even hear him enter the room until he was behind me. "I think we should talk," he said. I didn't respond. My throat was too tight. "I know this is complicated." He stepped closer. "But I can't pretend anymore. I feel this, and I know you do too." I turned slowly. His eyes were fixed on mine. He wasn't smug. He wasn't reckless. He looked terrified, but certain. There was something breaking open between us, something neither of us could name without destroying the structure that held our lives. "I'm not trying to ruin anything," he added, "but I can't unfeel this." I closed my eyes. My heart hammered in my chest. I wanted to say something wise, something firm, but nothing came, because the truth was I didn't want to stop. He took a step forward, then another, and I didn't move away. Whatever line had once existed between us, it was gone, burned away by something slow and quiet and dangerous. The only question left wasn't if we crossed it, it was whether we could survive what came next.